Good evening, everybody. A quick check before I start. Am I audible and visible? You can respond to me on the chat. You can give me a response on the chat. My name is Satya. You can just send me a response on the chat if I'm audible and visible. Great. So, a very good evening and a warm welcome to all the participants today who have joined us through this Zoom session and also on YouTube Live. My name is N. Satyanarayan. I'm one of the co-founders and the academic head at IQ Ideas. And it gives me great pleasure in introducing Mr. Mohit Mangal, the chief person who will be taking the session for today. My association with Mohit has been for over the past 1.5 decades, where I've been his student and now his colleague for quite a bit long time. If I introduced about him in a couple of words, an engineer and an MBA by education, he left quite cushy jobs quite at the beginning of his career to full-fledged start his own career in the world of education and counseling. Having recognized that there's a paucity of good educators, good counselors who could give the right kind of guidance to students, the two of us started our own institute of IQ Ideas, primarily in the area of entrance exam coaching before. And now Mohit full-time takes care of career counseling for students, where he goes across the country to various schools and organizations and talks to students from standards 9 to 12. He informs students about the various career opportunities available once they have selected a particular stream in 11th and 12th. And more importantly, when he talks to students of standards 9th and 10th, he gives them beautiful ways to analyze themselves and how to go about selecting the right stream after standard 10th, which in fact happens to be the topic for today. In fact, I distinctly remember when we used to be in school and when my 10th board examination results were out. In fact, nobody even at the school cared to ask what stream I would want to take. It was naturally assumed अच्छे marks आए हैं बंदा science में ही जाएगा. Science का form pre-fill करके हाथ में पकड़ा देते थे, right? And the concept of arts and humanities was not even given as a choice to many of the students. But nevertheless, those dark ages, so to say, are over. And now there are a plethora of opportunities available to students across streams. But nevertheless, it becomes a very, very important decision for students once they have reached standard 10 to decide what next. So without further ado, I will hand over the session to Mohit. A warm welcome to you, sir. And we look forward to hearing your thoughts about this matter.
Thank you so much, Satya sir. Indeed, it is always a pleasure to have introduction on your hands. I will be speaking to the parents and people who are connected with us for approximately 30-35 minutes. Then I will like to have a question answer round at the end of the session. As usual, today's session again I am very excited with because it's a power packed session, where I'll try to, break the myth which Satya sir, just pointed out that what should be the criteria to select the right subject combination available after 10th. As we all know, New Education Policy 2020 is in the process of implementation. So now we shall not be primarily talking about the streams. We shall more be talking about the subject combination. So my agenda for the day today will be where I shall talk about, choosing the right stream after 10th. I will talk to you about the subject combinations which are available after 10th in current Indian education system as per the New Education Policy 2020. I shall give you a self-assessment tool, which obviously in a lot of my sessions I keep giving. But today I will primarily focus on the most important aspect of the career building self-assessment tool with which you will be able to help your child choose the right subject combination after 10th. If you're a parent or if you're a child, you will be able to understand what you should look at before taking up the subject combinations in 11th and 12th. And overall, I shall give you details of more than 175 plus professions which are available for various subject combinations across board. This session is suitable for parents and students who are entering in grade 10. That means they are currently studying in grade 9, or those who are passing grade 10. This is perfectly fine, even if a parent who is enthusiastic to know about what are the career opportunities, or especially parents who come from the ICSE board. For them, certain amount of subject selection needs to be taken at the end of grade 8 when they enter in grade 9. So for them also, this session will be of great help. You know what is the irony of grade 10? This is a beautiful thing which I have observed in last 20 years of my experience interacting with these kids. The irony of grade 10 is, number one, the children who come to grade 10, they become an adult. But their surroundings, including their parents and relatives, the society, refuse to believe so. So I tell them, I start addressing them as young adults. And as a psychometrist, I very strongly and firmly believe that whatever we saw, adulthood coming at the age of 18 or coming at the age of 20 has now rolled down, and it has started coming at the age of 14, age of 15. So I say you have become an adult, but nobody believes so. Second irony is that all the children who come to grade 10, they start hearing the word no very often. So you go to your parents and say, this time in holidays, can we go, for a vacation somewhere out? The parents will respond to them saying, no, it is 10th grade, boards. Or you tell your parents in the evening, can you go out with your friends to play football? No, it is grade 10, boards. You tell them, can we go out for a lunch or a dinner? Beta, no, boards, 10th. So I think in our system, 10th is considered to be a dark cloud, which I believe is not true. And this creates an undue pressure, or something which we call as distress, in the mind of the child the moment he or she comes to class 10. And the third irony is that whenever these young adults meet any adult, they start getting a lot of gyan or a lot of free consultation. I was doing a research with one of my research associates at IIM Ahmedabad. We were trying to figure out that why these adults give a lot of gyan to young adults. We figured out 3 species of people who are very good at this job. The first set of people are people who are parents' friends. Second set of people are friends' parents. And the third set of most vulnerable people who love to give gyan to young adults are known as relatives. Well, we were trying to figure out why they give a lot of gyan. And the answer which we got was very amusing. We figured out that a lot of these people give gyan to young adults because their own children don't listen to them. So they figure out and try to find out somebody else, a friend's son or a daughter's or son's friend, relative's child, whom they can give free distribution of their own consultation and gyan, right? So keeping this thing in mind, my first advice to all the parents is, please don't listen to everyone. And it is also true for children. Please don't listen to everyone. I tell children, listen to only those who have a genuine concern with you. And that genuine concern comes from certain level of observation about you. And there are 2 set of people who have that real time observation about you. Those 2 set of people are your parents on one end and your teachers on the second end. Listen to them. Because if they are telling something to you, they have reasonable observation assessment about you behind that. So listen to these 2 people. As usual, when I talk about career assessment, career building, there are 4 pillars. You need to have your orientation set right, aptitude, personality, and interest. Because these children who are at grade 10 level, their personality is still in a very naive state. They are still going to grow, develop a lot. Their interests are still not very classified. They are changing their interest every 6 months. Every 3 months, they come up with something or the other, which is different. And their orientations are still to set. So I very strongly believe the most important thing which they need to consider and keep in mind before taking the right subject combination after grade 10 is aptitude. Now, what is aptitude? Aptitude is what we call as the natural bent of mind, or the natural ability to do something. Let me take 30 seconds to explain you what is aptitude. We must have seen small kids when they were growing at our home. If children are there, they must have seen themselves or remember themselves or their younger brothers, sisters, siblings whom they have seen growing at home. you will see categorically different characteristics which are common in multitude of children. One set of kid is a kid who would always be, breaking toys, opening toys, seeing how their mechanics work, using the motors out of those, batteries out of the toys, and so on. There's another child who is not interested in car, plane, toy, helicopter, motorcycle, bike, or anything. That child is more comfortable in soft toys, or having a paper, drawing some cartoon, drawing some picture, coloring it, painting it, doodling around it, and so on. And there's another set of kids, who are neither too much into mechanics, for that matter, nor too much into creative bent. They are more into interaction. They would always keep asking questions day in and day out to their parents. What is the difference between these three people or these three children? This is what we call as the natural bent of mind, the natural ability which comes from nature to them. Nobody teaches them. Nobody tells the first child that you break open your toys. Nobody tells the second child that you make a cartoon and you tell your dad that this is your face. Nobody does it. So it comes naturally to them. That is what we call as the natural ability to do something. And as you grow, this aptitude gets converted in subject areas. Let us understand certain basic things. Whichever board you are studying in, whichever country you are studying in, till 10th grade, every child by and large is exposed to 5 categories of subjects. Those 5 categories of subjects are mathematics, sciences, which include all 3 sciences, physics, chemistry, and biology, social sciences, which include subjects like history, geography, political science, sociology, civics, economics, and so on. You are exposed to languages where you study English, Hindi, Sanskrit, or any other regional language, be it Tamil, Kannada, Gujarati, Punjabi, and so on. And the 5th category of subjects which you are exposed to are what we call as practical skill-based subjects. These subjects could be related to drawing, dance, art, craft, carpentry, electronics, NCC, computer coding, and so on. So with each category of subjects, there are certain aptitudes which are connected. What are those? If you look at mathematics, the aptitudes connected with mathematics are numerical, analytical, logical, mathematical, financial, statistical. So if a kid is naturally comfortable in gaining knowledge in mathematics, by and large, the kid is showing me comfort in this set of aptitudes. That is what you need to understand, realize as a parent or as a child. And or if the kid is having higher aptitude in numerics, analytics, logic, by default, the kid will be performing good in mathematics. This is vice versa. If you look at science, the different kind of aptitudes which are connected to different sciences may include life sciences, mechanical aptitude, research aptitude, scientific aptitude, earth science or physical science aptitude, logical reasoning aptitude. Coming to social sciences, you may be good with social sciences reflecting legal aptitude, political aptitude, societal aptitude, geographical, economical, historical aptitude. Languages, they depict aptitude which is connected to languages, comprehension, critical thinking, verbal aptitude, theoretical aptitude, experiential aptitude. And last, which is what we call as practical skill-based subjects, you will be depicting or demonstrating artistic or creative aptitude, performing aptitude, digital computer aptitude, sports aptitude, interactive aptitude, culinary aptitude, observational aptitude, and so on. So what should be the basis of subject selection or stream selection after 10th? Should it be marks? Answer is no. I very strongly say marks has no connect with intelligence whatsoever. Thus, marks or intelligence has no connect with subject selection after 10th whatsoever. So should you be going with what your friends are taking? Answer is absolutely not. If you have understood the way I have defined aptitude, I'm sure you would understand that 2 best friends sitting on the same bench for last 10 years may not be comfortable in one subject at the same level. So don't follow your peers. Should it be parental influence? Because if your parents are both doctors, you should go into medicine. Your parents are both engineers, you should go into engineering. Your parents are both lawyers, designers, artists, architects, or whatever. Answer is no. So should it be what is being sold or what is being marketed in the society, that is societal influence? Answer is absolutely not. Because if I try to pick up a career which is going to, or which somebody has told me is going to be a great career 10 years down the line, and my aptitude does not match with that career, you may be landing up at a wrong place. So the basis of subject or stream selection after 10th should be the subject comfort at 10th level. Or we can now, if you've understood the technicality of aptitude, we should say you should be looking at the most prominent aptitude of the child. As we all know, we have 5 broad subject combination choices available in our education system after 10th. Those are Science A group, which is also known as Engineering group, where one studies a combination of physics, chemistry, and maths. Science B group, where one studies physics, chemistry, biology, or also known as medical group. There is also AB group, where you study all 3 sciences and mathematics, that is physics, chemistry, biology, and mathematics. You may go for commerce or commercial studies, where you study subjects like accounts, economics, and business studies. You may go for arts humanities, where you study subjects like history, geography, political science, psychology, sociology. And different boards have different allied subjects which are available in grade 11 and 12 as elective subjects, which may include informatics practices, physical education, home science, computer science, sociology, entrepreneurship, legal studies, engineering, graphics, artificial intelligence, knowledge, traditional practices of India, painting, music, graphics, sculptures, biotechnology, NCC, and so on. Now, about each combination, that is physics, chemistry, maths, physics, chemistry, biology, which I have defined as Science A group, B group, AB group, commerce, and arts, I shall tell you that what combination of comfort zone you should have at 10th level to choose that particular subject combination. And within that, what are the kind of professions which you will get in the pure stream. So coming to Science A group, who is the right candidate? A right candidate is one who is good with science, especially physics and chemistry at 10th grade level, and along with that in mathematics. And when I say the word good, I want your subject comfort and knowledge at 95% plus. Again, I'm not saying 95 as marks. That is your subject comfort. That is your knowledge. That is your subject confidence. That has to be 95% plus. If this you have, and you want to take up Science A group, you are at the right place. Go ahead and take Science A group. Which are the verticals available where a kid can go after taking up Science A group? The verticals available include engineering, which has got more than 107 branches, where one can get into aerospace, aeronautical, aircraft maintenance, automobile, biochemical, biological sciences, biomedical, ceramic, chemical, civil, computer science, electrical, electronics communication, electronics and electrical, electronics and instrumentation, engineering physics, engineering science, environmental, fire technology, food and nutrition, food technology, genetics, geoinformatics, industrial and systems, instrumentation, leather technology, manufacturing science, marine, material science, mathematics and computing, mechanical, mechatronics, metallurgical, mineral, mining machinery, naval architecture, ocean, petrochemical, petroleum, plastic, polymer production, robotics, and textile. You can go for architecture, which I'll define what are the professions which are available: defense forces, fashion technology, pure sciences, or agricultural sciences. So if you look at architecture, in architecture, one can become an archaeologist, architect, architectural engineer, surveyor, building inspector, conservation officer, interior designer, landscape artist, restoration artist, spatial designer, town planner, or an urban planner. You can get into defense forces, where you can become a pilot, army officer, air force officer, naval officer. You can get into coast guard. You can also get into internal security officer, which may include areas like National Investigating Agency, NIA. I see a lot of kids fascinated with it. Or the Narcotics Control Bureau, NCB. You can also think of SPG, Special Protection Group. You can think of other armed forces like CISF. You can look at other forces like BSF is there, like ITBP is there, BRO is there. They are all internal security forces which you can join after taking up Science A group. Coming to B group, who is the right candidate to take up physics, chemistry, biology combination? Very simple. If you are comfortable 95% plus in all 3 subjects, I repeat all 3, and I repeat again all 3, physics, chemistry, and biology. I'll tell you where I see a lot of kids entering into a wrong field or committing a mistake. There are a lot of children who take science A group, that is the engineering group, because they are very good with maths, decent with physics, but chemistry is downgrading. And there is another set of kids who are very good at biology, decent at chemistry, but physics is down. Such sort of kids, if take A group or B group, may land into a big trouble. So you have to be very good at all three subjects. Available verticals after taking B group include medicine, surgery, paramedical sciences, rehabilitation sciences, veterinary sciences, or fishery sciences. In medicine surgery, one can become an allopathic doctor, dentist, Ayurveda doctor, homeopathic doctor, Siddha doctor, naturopathic doctor, or a Unani doctor. In paramedical sciences, you can become a technician in the area of advanced care, anesthesia, cardiovascular, critical care, operation theater. You can become a physiotherapist, trauma therapist. You can become a nurse or a midwife. You can become a technologist in the area of dialysis, imaging, laboratory, nuclear medicine, ophthalmic, optometric, perfusion, occupational therapist, or a pharmacist. In rehabilitation sciences, you can become a child welfare specialist, child social worker, clinical social worker, counselor, mental health professional, orthotist or a prosthetist, otologist, clinical psychologist, or a therapist in the area of audiology, auditory, developmental rehabilitation, or speech therapy. In veterinary sciences, one can be an animal husbandry or dairying professional, animal biotechnologist, animal genetist, animal nutritionist, aquaculturist, dairy scientist, fishery scientist, mariculturist, pisciculturist, livestock production and technologist, poultry scientist, veterinary bioscientist, veterinary pathologist, or a veterinary surgeon. Coming to another group where children take both maths and all three sciences, which is AB group, where you study both mathematics, physics, chemistry, and biology. Again, simply speaking, if you want to take this group, your comfort in all these four subjects at 10th grade level has to be 95% plus. Again, I'll reiterate, when I say 95% plus, does not mean marks. This means 95% plus knowledge, confidence, comfort in the subject. If you have this, go ahead and take AB group. Now, whatever I have shared with you for Science A group, that include engineering, architecture, fashion technology, defense forces, pure sciences, or I have talked about B group, where medicine, paramedical, rehabilitation, these all areas can be covered and taken up by children coming from AB group. So I have not earlier told you about the professions in pure sciences and agricultural sciences. Here I tell you the professions in pure sciences could be anthropologist, biochemist, biophysicist, biotechnologist, botanist, chemist, forensic scientist, geologist, mathematician, microbiologist, physical scientist, physicist, research scientist, seismologist, statistician, or a zoologist. In agricultural sciences, one can become an agriculturist, silviculturist, aquaculturist, mariculturist, horticulturist, floriculturist, food technologist, or you can become a soil, vegetable, or fruit scientist, biotechnologist, biochemist, agronomist, nutritionist, plant pathologist, or an agricultural economist. Next, we come to commerce. Who should be the right candidate to take up commercial studies? Somebody who shows me decent comfort in maths and social sciences combination, and within social sciences, especially with economics. If this combination the child is good at, then the child is rightly meant to take up commercial studies. And in commercial studies, we all know we study subjects like accounts, statistics, business studies, and economics. So that is the type of combination which the child should be good at grade 10 level. Take up commerce. In commerce, what are the available verticals? The available verticals include commerce, finance, business studies, economics, or computer applications. In commerce and finance, one can become an actuary, auditor, banker, chartered accountant, company secretary, cost and worst accountant, finance analyst, finance planner, finance controller, investment analyst, statistician, stockbroker, tax auditor, or a tax consultant. In business management, one can get into becoming a marketing or an advertising manager, finance, human resource management, public relations, systems operations, information technology, logistics, or international business. In economics, you can get into Indian economy, public finance, econometrics, developmental economics, international economics, political economics, agricultural economics, or sustainable development. In computer applications, you can get into application design, artificial intelligence, audio and video, cloud computing, digital social media, ethical hacking, e-gaming, game designing, machine learning, or search engine optimization or search engine marketing. Next comes my most favorite, humanities, social sciences. So I think tomorrow I'm talking just about humanities, because Lot of children, as Satya sir in the beginning of the session also shared, lot of children feel that humanities or social sciences or arts is no stream to be taken, or it is a stream meant for children who are academically very poor. I think this myth is getting broken day by day. I see 10 on 10 CGPA, 100 on 100 percentile students now taking up humanities, because one of the great option which you can take up as far as becoming a great human being and knowing all about humanity is something which comes from humanities and social sciences. So at 10th grade level, if you're good at languages and social sciences combination, you are the right candidate. Go ahead with humanities or arts. Available verticals, more than science, more than commerce. Available verticals in arts and humanities which you can pursue after your 12th in graduation include arts, humanities, social sciences, design, fine arts, economics, hotel management, law, liberal studies, mass communication, performing arts, sports, physical education, and vocational studies. In humanities, what you can become: a political scientist, psychologist, historian, geographer, anthropologist, archaeologist, philosopher, public administrator, curator, editor, journalist, sociologist, restorer, social worker, or a translator. In design, you can become a designer in the area of animation, film design, applied arts, ceramic and glass, exhibition, film, fine arts, film and video, furniture, graphic, product, interior, textile, visual. Economics, you can again become an actuary, banker, business analyst, credit analyst, data analyst, finance analyst, economist, metrist, finance consultant, finance manager, investment analyst, market research analyst, political analyst, policy analyst, portfolio manager, risk analyst, or a stockbroker. In hotel management, you can be part of food and beverages production, food and beverages service, housekeeping, room management, sales and marketing, banquet management, front desk management, guest relations, travel tourism. In law, you can become a professional as an advocate, arbitrator, conciliator, corporate legal consultant, diplomat, investigator, judge, judicial magistrate, lawyer, legal advisor, litigator, mediator, professor, prosecutor, social activist, or a solicitor. In liberal arts, since there are loads and loads of specializations or major subjects available in liberal arts, so what I have represented on the screen is very minimal. You can do things much beyond that. So you can get into area of advertising, public relations, business analysis, business consultancy, creative writing, economic analysis, environmental affairs, film and television, human resource management, international business, journalism, NGO, political analysis, public administration, publishing, sports psychology, teaching, technical writing. Mass communication, you can become an anchor, advertiser, brand manager, blog writer, creative writer, content writer, copywriter, screenwriter, correspondent, director, editor, filmmaker, fashion communicator, journalist, media programmer, photojournalist, PR specialist, reporter, or a visual merchandiser. In performing arts, you can become an actor or an actress, choreographer, composer, dancer, director, dramatist, musician, screenwriter, singer, talent manager, theater artist, trainer, or a vocalist. And in sports, you can become an announcer, athlete, coach, commentator, equipment manager, physical trainer, referee, sports analyst, sports manager, or a stadium manager. Last but not the least, in vocational studies, again, there are loads of specializations available, but you can get into the area of animation, applied computer technology, automobile, beauty and wellness, data analysis, fashion technology and apparel designing, food processing and quality management, food science, greenhouse technology, healthcare, hospitality and tourism, interior design, medical lab technology, organic agriculture, printing and publication, refrigeration and air conditioning, retail management, software development, soil and water conservation, tea husbandry and technology, theater and acting, and web technologies. Finally, I had given you 5 set of subjects in the beginning: maths, science, social sciences, languages. I have given you a combination of all these 4. But what if you are good with the 5th category of subjects? Well, in case you are good with the 5th category of practical skill-based subjects, then you have 2 options. Either you go for a diploma program after 10th, which are available in the area of engineering, agriculture, paramedicine, rehabilitation, design, fine arts, performing arts, computer application, event management, travel tourism, foreign language, healthcare and yoga, or vocational studies. Or you take up the most appropriate choice in 11th, 12th, and then switch to general stream available to everyone. And the general streams which are available to everyone include areas of law, hotel management, business management, mass communication, liberal studies, sports applications, computer applications, sports, economics, social work, design, social sciences, performing as armed forces and vocational studies. Finally, before I move to question and answers, I would like to introduce IQ Ideas. IQ Ideas has got 20 years of legacy. We have a consistent same faculty where we train students for national level competitive exams related to law, business management, mass communication, liberal studies, economics, honors, hotel management, social sciences. The USP of IQ Ideas is that even we all as faculties appear for competitive exams with our students year on year. And we induct students through a proper career counseling. We just don't take students commercially who would walk in and say, I want to prepare for X area, unless and until the child shows extremely strong interest in that area. Satya, my colleague who introduced me in the beginning, he is an IIT Madras alumnus. He is the person who is heading this division of IQ Ideas. So in case you are seeking any more guidance in this area, you can call my office at 99798-46007 or log on to my website, that is iqideas.in. If you are confused, not sure what you want to do, you want to go for a personal career counseling, you can connect with my office 7600 And in our counseling process, we do traditional counseling where we sit with the child one-on-one, interact, take the case history of the child, then analyze and tell you what set of action plan he or she should go ahead with. You can follow me on social media at Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Instagram at IQ Mohit. Or in case you want to visit my website, you can go to mohitmangal.com. If you are looking for today's PPT, you can join my WhatsApp group through the link given on the screen. You can also, I will request Satya sir to put across this link in the chat box, both in YouTube as well as Zoom. And also, if you want to continue getting details of my sessions, you can connect with me on my YouTube channel. Again, a short link is there on my screen. That is IQ Mohit. You can join me there. Once again, thank you so much. I will request all parents, children, whosoever are connected with us. I'll be very happy to have your questions. We still have around 10 minutes of time. I think I went way too fast today. Is it like that, Satya?
That's fine. I think a basic gist of what we wanted to convey was done. Well, we wait for some questions to come either on the Zoom chat or on chat on YouTube. There was a basic question which I've often heard coming from parents and students, especially after the standard 10th. And this is more so for students who have decided they want to go in for science. And I know you have got extremely strong views on it, so a bit of a measured response. What's your views on dummy schools?
Sir, you have been an IITian. I have been an IITian. We never went to any dummy school. So I have, I think, very strong views about it. I believe overall developed personality or overall developed candidate is built in a school. Anything which starts with the word dummy builds dummy people, right? So I would always say that if you have sufficient hunger to consume a particular subject, primarily it is your self-study which will take you to an IIT or an IIM or a law school or a business school of your choice. Teacher is just a facilitator. And if somebody tells you that if you don't join any of the dummy school, if you don't join any of the corporate classes, what I very usually use the name, you will not get through anywhere. I think that is a total myth. It is a mafia which is just trying to fool parents, children in and out, robbing money out of their pockets, which is not required. I think you require a decent teacher who can solve your doubts. Rest, everything is dependent on self-study. That is most important. So I personally do not recommend dummy school unless and until a parent or a child is one who says, no, I don't want my child to be overall developed child. I want my child just to walk like a horse with the blinders on in a unidirection and become a technologist. He should not know how to interact with people. He should not know how to have practical application of things. He should only be academically powerful. Then great, go ahead, take up dummy school. No worries.
Yeah. Someone has asked, will we have a question answer? We are having a question answer session right now. In fact, we are waiting for your questions. You can chat, you can type in your questions on Zoom chat or YouTube, whichever mode you are on, and we will be answering those. You'll need to type in your questions.
One question which I have got on this thing is, nowadays we have an option of basic and standard mathematics. So what is the option in it? See, basically what Ministry of Education or CBSE or NCERT saw was a lot of people were struggling with consumption of mathematics till grade 10. So what they did was they broke mathematics in two portions. One portion was the basic maths and one was the standard mathematics. Standard mathematics is what we had been studying since long. So if you've taken standard mathematics, then and only then you are allowed to take higher mathematics in grade 11 and 12. But if you take basic mathematics, then you will not be allowed to take higher mathematics or applied mathematics in grade 11 and 12. That is basically the difference. So if a child is struggling with getting knowledge or acquiring knowledge in the area of mathematics comfortably, then the child should take basic mathematics. Otherwise, if you are performing decently well, then you must take standard mathematics. Another thing is, same basic and standard, which is there at 10th level, at 11th, 12th level, you have applied and core mathematics. Applied mathematics again is an easier version. So after basic, you can take applied. And after standard, you can take core. But after standard, you can also take applied. That is allowed. But after taking basic, you cannot take core in 11th, 12th. That is what you have to be very clear with. So if you are an engineering-oriented student or you want to study commercial studies with core mathematics, those areas will become difficult or you will not be able to get into those areas if you have taken basic mathematics at 10th grade level. I hope I have been able to clarify the difference between basic and standard maths.
Somebody wants to know what is an SEO. Let me take this question. SEO or SEO basically is search engine optimization, if that is the SEO which you mean. To understand it, you first need to understand what is a search engine. Google is a search engine where you put in your basic questions, it goes through the internet, it searches for relevant information, and it shows you a website which it feels is relevant to it. So if you're searching for, let us say, best career counseling in Ahmedabad, you put it into Google, you will get a number of different websites which claim that, which are relevant to this topic. Now, the order in which a particular website is shown to you by a search engine like Google, it depends on how relevant that website is to your search. And there are various techniques which can be employed by the web developers, by the programmers to ensure that their particular website comes higher on Google search. So search engine optimization is basically the entire set of tools and techniques which can be used to develop your website in such a way that it reaches the highest possible levels when it is searched on a search engine like Google. That is, in a nutshell, a very brief idea of what SEO is. It is one of the most, it is of course one of the leading careers in, and people who are good at basic programming and more so understanding consumer behavior and psychology can actually do well in this field.
Sir, I'm just taking a add-on question to my previous answer. Can we take commerce while being in basic mathematics? Answer is yes, you can take commerce. And within commerce, you can take the applied, that the lower wala mathematics also in 11th and 12th. But, and even you can take commerce without mathematics in 11th, 12th, that is allowed. So another question is, if we go for science, is it better to study under CBSE board? Does that equip them better than ICSE for entrance exams? Well, just to give you an answer of this, Ministry of Education has made it very clear to all state boards. Okay, first let me tell you, what are the different level of boards which are available in India? So you have open board, you have state board, you have ICSE, which gets to become ISC in 11th, 12th, and CBSE. These are the 4 Indian boards. And we have 2 international boards. One is the Cambridge, or we call it IGCSE, and second is the IB, that is the International Baccalaureate. These are the total 6 kind of boards which are available in India. Ministry of Education has made it mandatory and very clear to all boards that every board has to follow the curriculum of NCERT, be it CBSE, be it CBSE, be it state board, be it open board, so that tomorrow any one particular board does not have an advantage in comparison to other board, or another board has disadvantage in comparison to a CBSE, for that matter, as your question says, for getting into national level competitive exams. So in 11th, 12th, board does not matter. Generally, as a psychometrist, I suggest that if your child is in a particular board and is reasonably doing well till 10th grade, he should or she should continue with the board. If you want to have more information about the difference of these boards, the book which I have sent you when you registered, in that book, I have defined all different boards and I have given different qualities of each board. Also, you can go to my YouTube channel and check out a video on the difference between different boards.
Okay, just to add on to that, the point is, once upon a time, different boards used to have different marking schemes. So a person studying in a board, let us say in Bihar or Tamil Nadu, might not be scoring extremely high in boards, whereas a person studying in, let's say, Kerala or Delhi might be getting extremely high marks. And because there used to be very little normalization of scores in big institutions, especially central universities, people used to think, oh, this is an unfair advantage. And precisely to remove this unfair advantage, now most of the central universities have now come up under the CUET, right? The Common University, the Central Universities Entrance Test, or the Common Universities Entrance Test, right? So to remove the disparity between the boards. So if the thought process was that a particular board will give me an advantage in terms of getting selected into prestigious institutions like Delhi University or Mumbai University, the CUET is more or less taking care of, it's leveling the playing ground for everybody.
Satya sir, there is a beautiful question for you. I also want to pose this question to you. Would jobs be survived in a chat GPT era?
Okay. So this question I got on YouTube. I think this is the YouTube question.
Yes, this is the YouTube question.
See, Chat GPT, for those who are unaware of, is this latest open intelligence. I think the company is Open Intelligence, which has come up with this artificial intelligence-based chatbot. So Chat GPT is supposedly a Google killer. Google basically what it does is it just finds relevant links or websites for your query and gives you links to those websites. Whereas if you type a question into a ChatGPT directly gives you the answer to that question, right? So if you say, I've got bhindi and lauki at home, I want a recipe, Google would just give you a link containing the words bhindi and lauki, whereas ChatGPT gives you a completely customized recipe of how to do it. Now, one thing which many students have been doing is they have been putting in keywords and having ChatGPT generate essays to be submitted as statement of purposes and essays in entrance examinations for admissions in resumes and other things. Now, one thing which I would like to bring to everybody's notice is when things like the computers, internet, Google came, everybody was afraid that books will die a natural death, libraries will die a natural death. The encyclopedia will die a natural death because now we have got Google and now we have got Wikipedia. Well, the physical version of Encyclopedia Britannica did die a natural death. A few jobs would have been lost. But Google itself has generated so much of employment opportunities. So I think it's a natural progression that even if ChatGPT comes up and it takes away certain kind of jobs like SEO jobs and things, it is not going to ultimately reduce the number of job opportunities. It is only going to spawn an entirely new industry. I mean, 10 years back, who would have thought that search engine optimization would actually be a complete field of career-based professions, right? But today we are talking about SEO being a career, and 10 years back, nobody thought it could be a profession. So Would ChatGPT kill SEO? Maybe, but that does not mean that it is going to totally take away job opportunities. In fact, it is just going to spawn a requirement for more intelligence-based jobs rather than just physical jobs.
Okay, sir, there is another question. What are the options in science from basic maths? Well, as per the education policy, if you've taken basic maths, you cannot take core maths. But in science, you can still study physics, chemistry, and biology. But this implementation is going to take time. So, primarily with core maths, in science, you can take PCB, that is physics, chemistry, biology, but you cannot take PCM, physics, chemistry, mathematics. Right. So next question is, how effective or useful is the aptitude test for choosing career? Well, if you're asking a career counselor, I would say aptitude test has to be very rightly executed. Then it is very nicely done. What I see these days in the market is people have created online questionnaires or will give you a physical questionnaire where they will have multiple choice questions. They will ask you to sit with it, mark multiple choice questions, 300 questions, 400 questions, 600 questions, depending upon different various psychometric tests which are available for stealing from international websites, also even Indian websites also. Well, those tests may not be bad, but the process where you are executing a 600 or a 300 question to a child of grade 8 or 9 or 10, the child may read first 10, 20 questions with a certain set of concentration, and then the child will start randomly marking ABCD. So I have done this for more than 10 years and realized that more than 90% children, when get their result of the aptitude test, it does not match with the right aptitude of the child. So I think what is more important is that the process which is being used for assessing the aptitude of the child has to be very fairly done by a right psychologist or a psychometrist. So what I do, if you will ask me, I don't administer any test. I don't administer any other format. I sit with the child one-on-one, ask open-ended questions to the child. Based on those responses, I identify the orientation, aptitude, personality, or interest of the child, and then give the direction or the plan of action to the child. So answer to your question is both yes and no. Aptitude test is very good for choosing career, but if that aptitude test is executed rightly with the right person, it will give you excellent results. But if it is a digital test or you give them a physical test without any information sensitization to the student, then it may turn out to be a fiasco. Sir, we will have to take the last question because we have overshot the time. Is aptitude and passion in one thing? I did not understand the question. Okay. How, sir, is hotel management allowed in basic maths? Answer is yes. Anybody can do hotel management even after basic mathematics. Aptitude and passion is one thing. See, passion is part of actually a personality, but that personality is connected to certain parameters, certain topics, certain subjects, certain concept, which makes you passionate to, or attracts you towards itself. So I think, I always say, follow your passion, money will follow. A lot of children try to connect a career with money. But if you try to follow a particular profession in which you are not passionate about, then money will not follow. So I think aptitude and passion are two different things. But yes, aptitude can generate a lot of passion from a child. So child may be very good with, for example, mathematics and physics. But if I tell them that you go and do flying or become a pilot, the child may come up to me and say, no, that is not something which gives me a kick. So passion is something which gives you a kick.
So linguistically speaking, if I want to differentiate, passionate is something which I love doing, but I may not be good at. Aptitude is something which I'm excellent at doing, but I may not like it. So passion is my like, aptitude is what I'm good at. Whether I like it or not is a different issue.
Okay. There's a parent who is asking if I do personal career counseling and how can they connect with me. Yes, I do personal career counseling. I have shared with you my office number, that is 7600 You can connect with my office and I'll be more than happy to help you. Just to share with all the participants who are still there with us, do share with your friends. Sir, please share with them the link of the registration. Tomorrow, I'm talking about humanities. Sixth, I'm talking about science AB and AB group, where I'll talk about the top colleges, entrance processes, what are the areas which are available in these after these streams. Seventh, I'm talking about commerce. Eighth, we are taking up a very specific session related to liberal studies, which is the newer universe of education in itself. 11th March, 9th and 10th, there is a holiday because a lot of 11th, 12th children have got differential exams. 11th March, we are going to talk about complete law as an education in India. 12th, we will talk about business management. 13th March, we are talking about hotel management / event management / sports management as an education option. And 14th, which is our last session, we are talking about mass communication, media studies, filmmaking, and photography education in India. So if you want to choose your session, or rather, since you are already attending the session, the same link will work. But I would request you to pass on this link to your friends, which is the bit.ly link for career counseling. You can register on this link. Please share this link with your friends so that they can register and be part of these sessions to gain more understanding and knowledge.
Okay, thanks a lot for that. I mean, there are a couple of questions which have come on YouTube, but I think we are fairly overshot time. You can always send across these responses to us. Our contacts have been shared with you both on YouTube and the Zoom chat. You can also register for our sessions. You can see the complete schedule. The link is the URL is there on the screen. With that, I would like to thank Mohit sir for spending his precious time and answering some of the questions and providing some clarity, hopefully, to the students and parents on which stream to choose after standard 10th. Let's hope this information proves to be useful and they make the right career choices. With that, I would like to bring this session to an end. Wish you all the very best and have a good day.
Thank you so much, Satya sir. Have a great